It's Cameron again, and today we're going to be... Wait, no, that's not right. Hold on, just let me... Okay, I gotta... Wait, yep. I can't, hold on, no, no, this is fine. Yep, no, that's pretty good. Now we just gotta, okay, yep, okay, yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's much better. Hey guys, it's been like a year since I last saw y'all. Get it? Because it's 2025. Laugh. As you can see, big things are happening. If you're new, it's nice to meet you. I'm Cameron, or Delineated Depths, or Mr. Depths, or Dallin Depths, or the Depth Man. I made that last one up, people don't call me that. And as you saw, my mascot used to look like this. Seeing as it's a new year, and I was growing sick of the old mascot, I thought I'd do a Meet the Artist video and basically redesign my entire channel. So let's get into it. I'll start with the channel redesign, but I'll try to remember to add timestamps to the description if you want to see the Meet the Artist first. Now, let's start with the why. You see, when I made my first video last year, I didn't know if I'd really be making anything else. I was bored, I'd been watching sketchbook tours, I just finished my first sketchbook since middle school, and I said, you know what? Why not? This meant that when it came to the thumbnail, I just did whatever I felt like. The old design still has similarities to the new one, obviously, but I had several big issues. First of all, the ears. It's not even really about the ears, although it is, but trying to draw the hair around the ears was making my hair fall out from stress. Also, I started to feel like the ears were just, ugly. I was going for Doberman ears because that's my favorite dog breed, but the people around me could not tell that that's what they were without being told, which told me that they were poorly executed at best. The next big problem was the fact that I never decided on a finished design. This meant I didn't have a reference to refer back to, so I was constantly forgetting little details, I have severe memory problems, and I was constantly changing them too. While I am of the mindset that I can do whatever I want forever, I really didn't need to be changing the hair color to match my hair in real life, especially when I was changing it to whatever color my hair was fading to. Okay, I'll stop ranting about the flaws of the old design now so that we can talk about the new one. First things first, I got rid of the ears and the tail of the old design. I liked them when I first made that design, and I don't like them anymore, and sometimes it just be like that. That meant I could finally draw the hair in a way that made more sense in my brain, and the hair fluffiness factor increased exponentially. I decided I was going to choose one specific color for the hair and stick to it, so I went for a lighter, cool-toned red. I haven't been able to dye my hair in a couple months, but typically when I dye my hair, I choose red, so I figured it was fitting. And this color matches well with the blue-greens I want to use for other assets. Here's a sneak peek at the sketchbook tour I'll be uploading soon, because this is where all the concept sketches were done. I wanted to have King Slinky's floating party hat at least sometimes as a nod to him, and I wanted a reference to my Sona Cyanide as well. I started with his little floating wings that he has sometimes, but when I sent it to my friends, my cousin had the genius idea to turn one of the glasses lenses into the shape of Cyanide's scar. I was sold immediately, and the design was practically finished. I did some other sketches for ideas for poses and expressions for stills, and then I moved on to finalizing the design digitally. You've probably been seeing the speed paint this entire time, so here's the final reference that I've made of the new channel mascot. I've kept the necklace and the snake bites and the claws and a few other small things, but it still feels new and fresh and cooler than the old design. I'm personally a big fan of the color-changing glasses lenses, although I don't think it was necessary. Now that we've seen the finalized design, we get to see all the other work that's gone into changing everything. You remember this old intro animation? Well, it's gone now. Goodbye, old intro animation. You were so annoying to make because I didn't understand tweening at the time. Even though I understand tweening better now, I decided to do a very lazy animation that's technically frame by frame. For most of the new assets, I didn't want to do fully finished things. This was for a few reasons. Mostly, I couldn't be bothered. Secondly, I did not have the time. I did a lot of this in like 5 days to a week. Lastly, I still hate editing. I feel like if I make the assets more polished, I'll have to make the content more polished, and while on some level I should in fact be doing that, I also don't want to make myself feel pressured to. So, simple sketchy animation it was. The only real battle I had with this was with the background colors. This was entirely my fault. Pro tip, if you're planning to start a YouTube channel, the very first thing I suggest you do is choose a color palette. This may sound silly, but genuinely I'd have gotten through the updates so much faster if I'd had one, and might not have even felt the need to redesign the channel if I'd had one in the first place. There's not a whole lot else to be said about this animation. It's simple, I think it's cute, and it works for what I need it to do. Now, the old like and subscribe animation. It was cute, I don't hate it, also, I don't love it. If I were writing an online dictionary and I had to choose a GIF to show a visual representation of the word mid, I just might choose this. I made it on a whim, and I have issues with it. It's long, arguably boring, and why did I choose army green for the background color? However, I liked that I brought Pandy back into the whole thing since he was the old animal mascot, and I liked the idea. It was also more complicated than the new one, which I can appreciate in a way. I decided to keep the new one very simple, and since Slinky is now the new official animal mascot of the channel, I wanted to toss him in there instead. I still put in some light animation, but it's definitely less complicated than the old one. I don't think the new one is leagues better, but I had fun making it, and I still think it's cute. Alright, script editing Cameron here. I wrote this part of the script before I'd finished animating. I gotta stop doing that. And at the time of the first pass for the script, the animation looked like this. Well, when I went to finish the animation, I decided to have Slinky raise his head at the end, and this single movement made me like this animation 500 times more than I did originally. I think it's much better now. I like it a lot. Big improvement, honestly. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I think it's really cute. Okay, lightning round for some of the smaller stuff. I made a new backsplash for when I'm just using sprites. Success. That was one of the biggest issues I had with the old assets. I made a new overlay for speed paints, which you've probably been staring at for a majority of this video. I've made some new stills, and still plan to make more. I was running out of time, so I've only made what was needed for the video for now. I made an alien stamp brush. Not really a channel asset, but it was used for the backsplash, and I think it's cute, so I'm adding it to the list. I made a new profile picture. I still liked the old one, but obviously with the channel redesign it had to go. I made a new banner. I think this one feels a lot more open and welcoming in a way. I still need to make more sprites, but other than that, I've gotten a shit ton finished considering how hard I procrastinated this project. Before we look at the Meet the Artist, I'm just gonna sneak in here and remind you to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video. Okay, moving on. All that being said, let's finally get into my Meet the Artist. Last year's was always a little to me. One of my greatest weaknesses in art is graphic design. I've never been good at it, so when I made my Meet the Artist last year, I was really struggling with where to put everything and what colors to use and how to make it more visually appealing. I've also never been great with prop art, since I usually draw living creatures of some variety or another. That mixed with the fact that I've had a whole year to improve my anatomy and gesture and a whole year of growth as a person and everything made me really excited to redo my Meet the Artist. I did a couple thumbnails in my sketchbook and settled on a pose pretty quickly. I wanted to keep the microphone from the old one because I still love to sing and it felt even more relevant now with the YouTube channel. I will admit though that I think the microphone is the singular thing I didn't get better at drawing in the last year. I didn't like my likes and dislikes list from before. It felt a little boring and almost disingenuous for me specifically. Who I am as a person changes so frequently that it's just not my favorite way to express myself. So, this year, I decided to replace it with a bunch of my favorite things. I have some of my current favorite music at the top. I listen to a lot of music, and I'd say I have a pretty wide music taste, so I had a hard time picking what to add there. In the next box down, I have some of my favorite media. Some may notice that the Spider-Verse movies are missing. Well, those are a part of my soul and didn't need to be named, okay? Then I added some of my favorite characters for fun. I thought it might be a little more visually interesting, not to mention it gave me an excuse to draw them. I really wanted the new drawing of my mascot to be more relaxed. I thought the sitting pose was a good way to get that feeling across while also opening up space for all the other things I wanted to put in there. I didn't give him the Slinky hat, because I forgot, but we all saw in the ref that it's optional, so it's fine. I actually forgot it for most of the assets, so at this point it's really just something to add for fun rather than something to remove for whatever reason, so oopsies. I didn't go with clothes I own this year. Last year I went with things I owned, other than the Spider-Man hoodie, which I don't have. This year I just went with the mascot's main outfit, largely for simplicity, but if I owned these pieces I would wear them, so I felt like it still worked well. I gave him more necklaces because I wear more necklaces now, so why not? I also want to point out how much better the shoes are compared to the old one, because honestly, what was that? Also, he has shoulders now! Crazy, I know! I added my commission info and Ko-Fi link at the top, because I can, and also because I'm poor. Guys, I can draw for you. I promise. It'll just cost... Guys? Guys? Along the top, I obviously have my name, my age, my pronouns, and my pride flags. My flags and identity change all the freaking time, so I've given up on getting more specific than queer and genderqueer. I added some of my preferred mediums and drew my persona cyanide since I love him. I wanted to draw my dog, well, my grandmother's dog, but that's neither here nor there, and so that's exactly what I did. Here are some photos of the old man for your viewing pleasure. Isn't he so cute? He's just a little guy. I mean, look at him with his little face. My grandmother is also going through the process of getting a new puppy, and we're going to name her Shiri, so I had to draw a little German Shepherd puppy too. I haven't seen her in person yet, but I've seen photos of her litter, and they're so cute. If I can get my grandmother to send them to me, I'll put some on screen. Then I added some objects, of course. From left to right, we have my headphones that I have on my head or around my neck 24/7. I'm wearing them right now. My iPad, some of the stickers are real and some of them are made up. My phone that I don't have as of this recording. It's a whole thing, but that's what it'll look like when I do have it. A bag of spicy nacho chips because they're my favorites, and I honestly need them to be productive at this point. It's a problem. My water bottle that my cousin gave me after finding out I would maybe drink one full red Solo cup of water a day. And above the chip bag is my wallet. The sticker on the wallet is something I got from the Meow Wolf gift shop in Santa Fe one of the times I went. Meow Wolf is so freaking cool. That's pretty much the whole thing. I had a lot of fun making it. I think it came out really nice. I'm excited to replace the old one on my Tumblr blogs. I still have a long way to go with graphic design, but this is a drastic improvement from the old one. I mean, look. Old one, new one. Old one, new one. Old one. Wait, no, wrong one, delete it. Yeah, much, much better. I'm really happy with it, but I have to come clean. The reason the new one is so much better is because, well, I stole it. I stole this one and traced over it in 40 minutes. I mean, can you blame me? Look at how amazing it is. A genuine masterpiece. I guess I'm just quirky like that. And that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for sitting through this several-page long script of my ramblings. I'm really glad I've finally gotten around to redesigning the channel, and I'm really excited about my new Meet the Artist. I had a lot of fun. If you made a Meet the Artist this year, or you're planning to, come join my Discord server. I'd love to see it. Not to mention, we just started the Clown Art Club, where we have a monthly theme and a weekly assignment to try and improve at art. You can earn points for everything you complete, and when you save enough, you can spend them in ye old cloud shop. Also, get hyped, because I should finally be doing my 7th sketchbook tour on the 12th. Well, that's pretty much it from me. I'll see y'all next time. Bye! I have some of my... Nay! Okay, I need to shut the fuck up. Wurmple sippy soup. That's a reference to a sticker on my iPad, but it just sounded insane. I'll start with the channel redesign. No? What? Huh? Animorphs into dog. I'll start with the channel redesign, but I'll try to remember to add timestamps to... I've been watching sketch... Must move my entire body because I'm insane and I cannot sit normally. Gay. It's the gayness. That meant I could finally draw the hair in a way that made more... I haven't been... I may be alive for now, but how much longer can it truly last in these fucking conditions? Okay. My brain has an off switch. And you would think that I am the operator of this switch. No, silly, to try it. Whatever, that was good enough. You know, sometimes, I don't care! However, I liked that it brought... That, I wasn't even speaking, I don't know why I did that. I thought... Stop doing that. Before we look at Meet the... I forgot to breathe. Did you know that breathing is, like, important to live? It's crazy. Yawn. Get out of here. Why are there people on this fucking road? I feel like I'm in the middle of the nowhere. Middle of the nowhere? I need to go back to a mental institution. I'm excited to replace it. I want to replace... God, somebody should replace me. I didn't even know I could make that noise.